You've watched the movies, you've played the games, you're picturing yourself as the action hero, clearing buildings with perfect headshots and leading survivors to glory. Here's the uncomfortable truth. 95% of people die in the first 72 hours of a major outbreak, and it's not because they can't shoot. It's because they trained for the apocalypse they imagined, not the one that actually kills you. Movies focus on the drama. Reality focuses on the unsexy stuff like dehydration, infection, and making noise at the worst possible moment. If you want to be in that 5% that stays breathing, you need a specific set of cognitive and physical skills. Today, we're breaking down the top 7 expertise skills you need to master before the grocery stores become death traps and your neighbors become threats. Let's get to work. Skill number 1 happens in your brain. Most people waste 3 to 7 seconds in denial when they see something wrong, that deer in the headlights look. In an outbreak, that delay is a death sentence. You need to master the OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, and act. The pro tip, you need to compress your recognition cycle to under 2 seconds. The funny part? Think of it as deductive destruction, breaking down your old normal life to see the world as it actually is right now. In a crisis, a 70% solution executed immediately beats a 90% solution that arrives 10 seconds too late. Stop overthinking and start moving.
Hospitals will be hot zones or death traps within hours. You aren't trying to become a doctor, you're trying to not die from treatable problems. You need to expert the March algorithm. M. Massive hemorrhage, stop the big bleeds first. A. Airway. R. Respirations. C. Circulation. H. Head injury and hypothermia. The focus, differentiate between what kills fast, arterial bleeding, and what kills slow, infections or smelly feet. If you get bitten, you have maybe 4 hours to make hard decisions, not 2 days to hope it gets better. Guess what? GPS is dead, and street signs are now just target practice for raiders. If you're lost within 6 blocks of your house without Google Maps, you're in trouble. You need the ability to navigate using terrain association and celestial mechanics. The hack, use handrails, linear features like ridgelines or power lines to guide you. The star trick, in the southern hemisphere, find south by extending the Southern Cross 4.5 times its length. In the north, learn the Shao-Tit method, using just a stick and the sun.
You need at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. Since you can't carry a swimming pool on your back, you have to know how to make dirty water drinkable without electricity. Build a DIY biosand filter using a plastic bottle or buckets. The layers from top to bottom. You want cotton or cloth, fine sand, coarse sand, activated charcoal, and gravel. The warning. This makes the water cleaner, but you still need to boil it for 1 to 3 minutes to kill the microscopic nasties that cause the umbles, grumbling, stumbling, and fumbling. Scavenging is for the first few months. For long-term survival, we're talking years, 5 to 10, you need to know how to preserve your own protein. The expertise? Master salt curing and cold smoking. The science? You using salt to draw out moisture, creating an environment where harmful microorganisms can't grow. The goal? You want to inhibit C. botulism, so your survival jerky doesn't become your last meal. Fortification isn't just about putting 10 locks on your door. It's about CPTED, crime prevention through environmental design. The strategy. You need a visibility layer. Phase 1. Be visible and strong to deter opportunists. Solar motion lights are your friends. Phase 2. Total blackout. When things get really bad, you need to disappear so you aren't targeted for your resources. Noise discipline. Learn the fox walk. Land on the outer ball of your foot and roll inward. Stop heel striking. Every sound is a dinner bell in a world where predators hunt by ear. Once mass production stops, the junk pile will be the new hardware store. You need the ability to repurpose and repair pre-collapse items. The expertise? Blacksmithing from scrap. You can build a functional forge using a vehicle brake drum, some iron piping, and a hairdryer as a blower. The advanced level? Wood gasification. Pyrolyzing biomass to run engines when the gasoline turns into useless varnish.
Look, you don't need to be excellent at all 10 of these right now. You just need to be competent enough that your weakest ability isn't the thing that kills you. Your homework: pick 3 skills from this list that you're weakest at. Spend the next month practicing them. Can you fox walk through your house at 2 a.m. in total silence? Can you find your gear in your pack without looking? Drop a comment below. Which 3 skills would get you killed first right now? Let's see who's thinking tactically and who's still living in the movie version. Subscribe and hit the bell. We're tearing apart the fantasy every week to build the reality of survival. Stay safe.